This will be his career long if he makes it, wouldn't it?
Yes, I believe that's true. Left hash mark. Assessi checks with the kicker. Womack now looks for the snap. Snap is good. Hold down. Kick is up. It's got the distance, I believe, but it is good.
Can you believe it?
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Inside the Cardinal Playbook, the football coach's show for William Jewell College football. Another win, Coach Crone, for the Cardinals, and another breathtaking finish. Brandon Womack hits a GLVC record 52-yard field goal to win it for the Cardinals in a very tough situation, but another win.
Another win. You know, I always say how you feel when you lose, how you feel when you win, how you want to feel. And I walk around the last 3 weeks here at Jewell and everybody's smiling. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it really is. And Coach Sean Weigel will be with us to talk about it. I asked you on the air in the postgame show Saturday, is this the start or have we kind of turned the corner here in learning how to win? I loved your response. Could you kind of talk about that for a second?
Yeah, you know, I thought that we really did have a 10-minute period there where we played poorly. And I've seen us check up, not necessarily check up, but in the sense of, can we really do this? I didn't feel that Saturday. Yeah. I felt like they would come back and, you know, get her done. And great football game. Coaches really showed a lot of faith in kids in different situations. Even me and you were somewhat questioning what we should do in this situation and that. And everything they've done has been correct because they know their team. Nobody knows their team better than the coach. Nobody.
We'll come back and talk with head coach Sean Weigel in just a moment, and then Tim and I will be back to wrap things up inside the Cardinal Playbook.
Yeah, when it comes to training, for example, in this location, they've sent 3 technicians to be fully Ford trained. And what that means is they have to be aluminum welding certified through ICAR, which is our industry training body. They would have had to go through the Ford informational course, which is an online course. And they would have taken some other aluminum specific courses to enable them to repair this particular vehicle.
Cardinal fans, welcome to this segment of Inside the Cardinal Playbook. And it's always great to have you, Coach, but after 3 in a row, it's really good. Now, we got to stay on a high road, and some of the things that we talked about in the show through the course of the year, we started off fast Saturday. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's we did, and that's something we knew we needed to do, and we needed to do it the last few weeks, and hadn't. And so it'd been a real point of emphasis. And you never know when you emphasize something, when it's actually going to come to fruition. But it did, and I was extremely pleased with the way the team started and played the entire first half. I mean, we were doing some really good things and getting a lot of good play out of our quarterback, and he was making good decisions. And I tell you what, I was very, very proud of the team in general.
Well, we'll break it down a little bit, and then we'll start with defense this week, because I really was impressed by the way you were able to contain Trent Edwards, their quarterback, who was a scrambler. You were right, he's a one-look guy. If that guy isn't open, he didn't go into his second and third read, but you guys did a great job of containing him.
Yeah, we did. We played really, really well. You look at the stat line and the number of sacks and tackles for losses, and you wonder at the end of it, why are we where we are when you have those kind of statistics, and I had a real opportunity to blow that thing wide open, and but it's good to win. I mean, but as I told the team, it's good to win, but blowouts are awesome.
Right.
We're still looking for that.
Well, you know, you continue to play like that from the beginning to the end. My question is, and I brought this up at the end of the game, when are we going to play 2 halves and how well will we play?
Yeah.
Because I really honestly don't think, and I'm not being negative, but I don't think we have played 2 halves together in one game.
No.
If we do, we really have some good things. So let's talk a little bit about the offense. It kind of leads us into that. The 3-headed monster at running back's working real well for you. But I thought Nick West, particularly early, because he's really been a good quarterback late, but he's really started really fast this week.
Yeah, he did, and that's that's what we needed. We had 17 points on the board there before anybody knew what was going on, I think, and but for Nick played well. You know, his statistics, you look at that, and the interception bug. We got to stay away from those turnovers. And you look at when that happened, it was about a 10-minute period in the third quarter where it looked like there was a train wreck happening.
It did. It looked like we went dead, upstairs completely, and the train wreck was going backwards even for 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden we got our feet again.
Yeah, there was a huge shift in momentum, and then I don't know, I guess it was a line drawn in the sand and said, and came right back from it. So it's good. When you look at our wins, and they've all happened in a different manner. Being up and winning, coming from way down but never being up and then getting down and then coming back. So there's all those. I guess there's things to be learned in that process there. But the bottom line is we won the games.
Well, the third phase that I like to talk about that I think has been the most consistent part of your football team this year is the specialty teams. I really do. And I think they've done a great job in all areas. But, we won the ball game, and I can't divulge what I text you on the way home because that's just between me and you. But the 52-yarder wins the game with Womack, but Kitchell did a great job. You were right. He was getting hammered on punts and didn't get the roughing the punter call. Yeah. But you guys have been consistent on coverage. You've been consistent on returns. You got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, and that's something. There's a lot of different ways you can win a ball game, and we take special teams very, very serious. We're going to win because of the time we spend on those and our approach to them, and it's paying off. We see that happen. We've seen it, big time the last 2 weeks with us, winning the game late. But it's extremely important, and our guys take pride in it. That's the biggest thing. It's not just, oh boy, I got to go out. They're excited to go out and do that, and that's what's expected of them.
Well, I see that too. You can see it every Saturday when we play. Now, again, I always talk about Womack. He better be good because he's wearing those pink shoes, and he has been. You got to give him some special props. I think you need to do that.
No doubt. And Brandon did a great. It was funny. We talked about the very first. Kickoff. And Brandon and I had a conversation on that because it went out of bounds. He's like, "Well, last week." I go, "I don't want to hear about last week," because he was making an adjustment last week.
Let's remember he's a kicker.
I know. He wanted to talk about last week. Let's not talk about last week. But we stepped in, the huddle there, and then I go kick it, go win it, and you can see it. He was going to go out there, kick it, and win it, and he did. And he was Conference Player of the Week, Special Teams Conference Player of the Week. We found out earlier today for doing that, and then set a conference record as well. So special day for everyone.
Well, Coach, and you're not going to blow your own horn, but that's the confidence you showed in him obviously paid off for you, and you felt like he could do that. And I'm one of your biggest fans, as you well know, but I'll tell you the truth. We have some real frank conversations. I thought we would try to, maybe pick up the first down on him because we still had that timeout left. Yeah. And you ran the ball to get him in position to kick the field goal, and you really showed a lot of faith in him. So you got to feel good about that, you and your staff.
Well, and it goes back preparation. Coach Trowbridge does a great job with that. It's in our pregame. We know where we need to be, whether we're into the wind, against the wind, where we need to be to kick it. And so I just asked him in the headsets where we need to be in the 35-yard line. Well, we were at the 35-yard line, and so the decision was made then.
Great game, 35-34. We're going to come back and talk a little bit about this upcoming week here when we play Truman State here at Jewell. That'll end this segment of Inside the Cardinal Playbook.
Members of the Cardinal Sportscasters Club include these merchants.
I'm Kurt McCoy with MFS Design Services. Find us online today at www.mfsdesignservices. Let's get started on your project. Our current portfolio includes many local Kansas City businesses.
Stone Canyon Pizza in Parkville and Zona Rosa. They have lunch menus along with weekly specials and gluten-free options at Stone Canyon Pizza, Parkville and Zona Rosa.
Cardinal fans, welcome back to this segment of Inside the Cardinal Playbook. And Coach, we're going to talk about Truman State this week. It's going to be a noon kickoff. Big conference game for us. We were able to win up there last year. And Coach Nesbitt's one of my favorite coaches. Of course, he was a high school coach and retired and went to the college ranks. And he's a great guy. I know you really respect him, and he's a very good coach. They'll be ready to go. But we look at the conference, including Truman. Everybody's pretty equal. Anything can happen. How do you look at Truman coming in Saturday?
Well, just like everybody else, we better be ready to go. And Coach Nesbitt, as you said, he does a great job up there. And you look at their season; it's really kind of playing out about like ours is. They were down a couple scores last week, came back and won the ball game late, and so we've had some of the same type of circumstances. The week before they were up and beat SBU 23-14, and won that game, pretty handily, I guess, and so really we're very similar in how we're kind of this season is unfolding, and so we got to be ready to go. I mean, they're a good football team. I think they've changed a quarterback or something and kind of got their footing. So they won their last two, and it should be a great game, and we had a good crowd down there at
we did.
Oliver too.
Actually, when before the game started, we had more people than they did.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that on the road for a long time. If you notice the tailgating and all the support you're getting, your whole family's there, that helps.
Yeah.
Little girl's there, your wife's chasing her all over the parking lot. I saw that. But you look at talking about changes. One thing, because we've been very fortunate on injuries this year up to this point, but Coach, you really haven't changed things that much this year. You stayed with what you feel like can make this program successful, and you really are putting your brand and your really look on the football team. How do you feel about that going? Now we're going to be going into our 8th game already.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's something, when you've done something for 17 years, you have some ideas that how you want to approach things when you get your chance, and so that's what we've done, and we debated them all as a staff before the season, and we all thought that was the best way to go about things. And so when the debate's over, you just stick with it, and that's what we've done. It's been great, with the input of all the staff and how we want to do this thing, and it takes a lot of pressure off me. I don't have to know everything. I got good people.
You do have a good staff.
Yeah,
you have a very good staff. Great people who I really enjoy being around, and they're great with kids, but they're also great as far as football knowledge is concerned. They're doing a great job. Now, we've talked about specialty teams. We talked to Coach Fig before I came in defense. Of course, I always like to talk defense with him, and you guys have really done a good job. Now, looking at the league overall, there's good things. This is about the future as much as it is now. And you go on a 3-game winning streak. We got some good things possibly happening around here that we're going to improve the facilities, stuff like that. But I really noticed in the Kansas City Star, and I don't know if you got to see that we were starting to get a little pub. The headlines was William Jewell wins 3rd in a row or something like that, and that's the kind of stuff that really makes a difference in the program, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I didn't even know that was. That's awesome. Because normally there's. Yeah,
just a little blip, but it started with the William Jewell, and that's what you're looking for.
You bet. All that helps.
You bet.
It's been fun. It's been fun. We got a lot of work to do, and our kids they're gonna practice hard this week because they're gonna be pushed hard, and the expectations are higher than they were last week. So we'll prepare properly and hopefully go win another one.
12 o'clock start.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll keep getting the support that we've really gotten. We've gotten great support. This group of parents, I want to say this if they're listening, have been really great on the road or, same way up Quincy. Of course, they had their little stands, but they don't have full house.
Yeah.
And we hope they continue to do that because that's great for the kids and the staff and the school.
No doubt. They've been awesome.
Well, Coach, thank you. Good luck against the Bulldogs, okay, on Saturday at noon. Coach Neb, he'll have them ready, that's for sure. But good luck to you guys, and we'll see you on Saturday at 12. That ends this segment of Inside the Cardinal Playbook.
Welcome back inside the Cardinal Playbook as we wrap things up. The Cardinals have won 3 in a row, and now they have a chance to play at home against Truman State. It's becoming one of those things where, Tim, winning at home is a big deal to Sean Weigel. This is a real opportunity.
Yeah, it is a real opportunity. You listened to him and heard what he had to say, but 3 in a row in a conference and you have an opportunity to win the 4th. Coach Nesbitt, as you know, I really like him. A great guy and a good coach. So they'll be ready, too. And that was a great ball game. If you remember last year up at Kirksville, that was a great football game. And anticipate another one, so hope the fans will get here and watch this one.
The Cardinals and the Bearcats will be live videos starting at 11:30 Saturday morning. Tim and I will have the pregame followed by kickoff at noon. Thanks for joining us on Inside the Cardinal Playbook.